Oh.
Is he on a table or on the floor?
I can't tell.
Hello, Susie.
Just checking in, see how you're doing.
It's not going exactly to plan.
Wow.
I actually wish every episode was named something gentleman. A whatever gentleman. I
Yeah.
think that would have been funny.
That would be fun.
A high gentleman, you know?
There you go.
That could have been the last episode. Is this Downton Abbey? Like, what's the location? Some of it reminds me of it.
Wow. Those are creepy gargoyles.
No, I feel like this is
Dorset
Scotland.
Hall was bought by the 4th Lord Bassington,
Tour group.
princely sum of £3,000.
Wow.
8th Lord Bassington still resides
Which one
here.
of those chicks is on the tour?
So,
Who's in the tour group that's not supposed to be there? Come on, there's gotta be a parting and it's gotta be somebody. Come on.
Yeah. Well, that's a cool table.
The house is famed for its extensive collection of antiquities, that it made the British Museum look like a knick-knack shop.
an ancient Egyptian sarcophagus, and
I can't wait.
the
Ready?
sacred headdress of the Aboriginal tribe known as the Waka Waka.
Wow. What the? Oh, wow. Just dong out.
Wow, that is... I would keep a mask on too.
Yeah. Is that Doc Brown?
I have no lizards in my house.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Whew.
I tell you what really champs my giblets. I should be an asset to them. They should want me around. I'm smart.
No, you're not.
Grades.
Oh my
Jimmy,
God.
you said at night only.
I screw up one time, maybe a couple, 2-3 times. All of a sudden,
A few times, Freddie? A few?
it's ridiculous is what it is, James.
Freddie,
You killed someone.
Just chill out, man. Maybe I don't want to chill out. James, maybe I need to get out of here. What do you say?
I've got to meet someone.
Jimmy, you didn't tell people?
No, of course you don't.
You know what?
He looks like a rubber duck.
Yeah, he does. I guess I assumed the vape was weed. Oh my
God,
God.
no.
Fishing with dynamite.
Great restaurant.
Wow.
That really works.
Yeah. I mean, I've never done it, but movies and Crocodile Dundee too told me they did.
Oh, I love
The new
that.
weed farm would be underground, but we'd be using the stables.
Do it somewhere else. What I'm worried about is the fact that we agreed a timeline for your exit, and now you're talking about expanding your operation on my estate.
She doesn't spend a lot of
Freddie's
time
gone
at the other
fishing.
places.
Stay in touch.
Yeah. You'd think she'd be excited to get out, just to get away from Freddie.
Mother, Anne Boleyn didn't change her horses there on the way to visit Henry VIII. By the time they were built, she'd already been a headless corpse for the last 300 years.
Well, they may have been updated.
I'm not going to let them expand their operation.
Would you like me to have a word with Susie Glass?
Was she going to the funeral of that dude?
It's a good call.
I don't want you getting involved with these people.
And the sooner you get rid of them, the better.
I just need to figure out a way of making them more money with a little less fuss.
Nothing like a good funeral to put things in perspective.
She's gonna have him move to this place?
If it were not so, I would have told you.
What is her eyes? Why is her face like that?
It's kind of reminding me of Gillian Anderson.
A little bit.
It was in his will.
To see out.
To be buried, sticking out of the ground so he could have a view of the house.
Oh, that's
amazing.
pleasant.
Well, he thinks they're all lizard people, so that tracks.
Max. He was one of Freddie's acting chums from Durham. He did an advert for shampoo that was everywhere.
The
I thought
shame.
he was gonna...
Yeah, that would have been great.
Oh!
Oh, okay.
Princess, right?
Yeah.
He's going to inherit the entire estate, correct?
Yes.
Well, there you go. Move locations.
Yeah.
The house, the debts. You two have a lot in common in that respect.
Oh my God.
You never go visit, right? Because you don't want to look at that as he's decaying.
Decaying.
Yeah. Like, or you just visit from the back.
How's your tummy?
You look like...
My tummy's fine. Thank you for asking.
Oh! Is that a brain?
Yeah.
How's your American friend?
You're not jealous, are you?
A little protective, perhaps.
That's very sweet of you.
but I can look after myself, you know?
But I'd be wary of Mr. Johnston. Behind the air of pomposity, there's a man you don't want to fuck with.
Speak for yourself, Eddie.
How well do you know the son?
Max, he's your classic struggling artist.
Would you introduce me?
Yeah.
You're up to something, Eddie?
Little switcheroo.
I remember Freddie. The year above me at Durham.
Who's that?
She looks really familiar.
Midsummer Night's Dream. I was Lysander.
Of course.
Oh, Freddie has many talents, but sticking isn't one of them. But I've heard you've been getting a lot of work recently.
Acting is like any great art form. It's the paradoxical reconciliation of our dualistic identities to recognize ironic beauty concealed within the malign.
Oh, sorry. Just woke up. We love actors.
You know, I wanted to offer my condolences. I recently lost my own father.
I found out the running costs on this dump. I thought they were fucking joking.
Yeah, could have been the same for me, but fortunately my father made certain provisions. You know, it may be worth you and I sitting down.
You got to talk to the other one. She's the one that runs the show from the way she's looking at it.
Right?
Highly profitable, totally unregulated, and incredibly popular.
I'm warming to this, Eddie. I really am. Free market, fucking great. Lack of regulation, check. No taxation, yeah, baby. Smidge of illegality.
Smith?
Yeah.
There is, however, one reputational obstacle that's slightly delicate.
I could be extremely discreet. Your father and mine, they used to fish for salmon on the Spey.
It's my father who's the cause of this specific challenge.
I have in my possession documents detailing the purchase of a salacious artifact. If these documents were ever to come to light, they would cause considerable scandal. For £500,000, I will hand them over to you.
Well, they stole a lot of stuff.
Can't you just ignore it? I mean, your father clearly had some demons. Whatever he did dies with him.
I'm about to have a second audition for a role in a major Hollywood movie. Any kind of hoo-ha is going to seriously torpedo my chances.
No, it'll raise it. You'll be popular.
You make contact with the blackmailer. You bring them and whatever evidence they have back here, destroy it, and then you can help me convince them never to darken my door again.
He's always got to get someone out of debt. His brother, this dude.
When you lay your hands on the file, I'd really appreciate it if you didn't look inside. A matter of respect for the deceased.
Do we really think there's dad secrets?
I don't know. Only because at the beginning, talking about all the artifacts they collected.
Then we have an agreement.
I'm guessing it's got to be something like Nazi, stuff that is illegal to collect. That would be also embarrassing. Or it's like stolen indigenous artifacts kind of stuff.
I thought you might like some refreshment.
Fancy cup.
2 sugars, if memory serves.
Couldn't have been easy walking across
They've
that
had tea
ground.
together. She knows his tea order.
Eddie's very appreciative. It's not like he hasn't got enough to contend with right now.
Wonder if we could be of some assistance to him. What if we could find an alternative venue for their activities? For Mr. Rokes, next door.
The sheep farmer.
And lamb's not turning a profit these days.
You sly old fox.
Fox.
Plants are actually a lot more like humans than people tend to think.
Like a botanist.
Oh, maybe they just want to recruit him now?
I like flowers.
What are they trying to do?
Love to see your plants one day.
No, you're right. They just want to see the spot.
That's a bit of a tricky one. Where I work is sort of like a restricted access area. I trust you. We've been having a bit of trouble at work. Some of our plants went missing. Oddly enough, it was...
The day I met you.
Wow, you are
I don't
blinded.
think I had anything to do with that, do you?
Guilty
Oh, I
conscience.
don't. They do.
Yeah.
But I don't.
The selection process for a prospective new landlord takes place over the course of a couple of months.
This gives you an alternate venue.
Bit of blackmail, then it's all starting to sound deeply problematic.
It's a loose end that I intend to tie up. Very simply, very easily.
Nothing you've done has been easy or simple.
I'm not making any promises, and I don't want any shenanigans.
No shenanigans.
No shenanigans.
Yeah. We're here for the shenanigans. That's what we tune in for. Hey, I've been there.
Lucky.
That was Queen Victoria for her husband built that.
Oh, he's meeting the blackmailer.
Who are you? Don't turn around.
All right.
I know that voice.
Put the bag on the floor.
That's not how this is going to work.
I'm the one who says how this is going to work.
Yeah, it does sound familiar.
The only way you're going to get your money is if you do exactly as I say. You're Frank. Come on, give me the documents, sir.
Well, I don't have the documents here. A 12, a 20, 2 53s, and a 69.
That look.
Let me translate. 12 is vegetable spring rolls. 20 is confit of pork.
Something else is...
And 69 you'll find isn't on the menu. What is it then? It's a who.
I thought that was Batista for a moment, but it can't be.
It's all there, every penny. This isn't his money.
The money in that bag is owed to me, and what's owed to me belongs to you. Sorry.
Oh.
Is he on a table or on the floor?
I can't tell.
Hello, Susie.
Just checking in, see how you're doing.
It's not going exactly to plan.
Wow. Oh, he just ran?
What's the name of the guy that lent him the money?
I don't know. He's a large Chinese gentleman. She wants to talk to you.
Can I help you? Yeah. Yeah.
I thought they'd be a little bloodier with all that ruckus.
When you put it like that, it does have a bearing on the situation. That money is a long-standing debt that needs to be repaid.
For fuck's sake.
That's very decent of you. If you can guarantee my money, I'll give your man the address. You should have mentioned Susie Glass.
Yeah.
Hello, Susan.
Oh no, the last time they ended up at a house, somebody came up very bloodied.
Yeah.
You're not the taxi.
We're looking for your dad. Is he around?
He's busy packing.
That's all right, darling.
Yeah. Trying to leave?
You going somewhere?
Oh, wow.
Now, weren't you supposed to give us something before you go?
You can find it amongst all these bags.
You'd be surprised what nutrition can be found in other people's stools. See that one there? That's a former cabinet minister. Collects illegally smuggled birds' eggs.
Yeah.
There's a certain children's TV presenter. Got himself a taste for,
Wow.
The top journalists in the country. Then the oligarchs took over.
Wow.
no freedom of the press anymore.
My daddy's got integrity.
Oh, yeah. Plastic bags full of it. We don't want to hurt you or your family, but we want the file.
Yeah, that's it.
This better be it, Frank.
Oh, you can have a look.
Oh, it wasn't his money anyway, right?
Right.
I'm not going to look, because firstly, it's of no interest to me whatsoever. And secondly,
Please look.
Yeah.
you're coming with us.
No one said anything about going anywhere.
Yeah, but you tried to screw us over, so...
You're really not going to open it?
No.
Susie is. Please.
Yeah.
Please.
A little bit curious.
Let's get this done and get Max on board.
Just eating a cookie. Just hanging out.
I mean, if Susie's gonna move her operation there, she should really open it up.
Yeah, there he is. The guy to the left.
What do you think's my best approach? I mean,
I like this little partnership.
But in my opinion, I think it's better if you go up and meet him yourself. I'm sure he'd be susceptible to your powers of persuasion, Mum.
you really think so, Jack?
Well,
Yes, he does.
It's gonna make me so happy.
you don't mind me saying so.
Right then. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Yeah. The #1 ship on the show.
Do you need a hand?
I'm fine, Jeff.
Why is he dressed like Sherlock Holmes?
You're planning on smoking that beautiful carp, but the resin poisons the flesh.
Listen to Jeff. He's gonna be your stepdad soon.
I can't do anything right, can I?
No.
I mean, Eddie's off gallivanting around the country pretending to be a gangster. And I'm stuck here, alone, with this dead fish.
Dead poison fish.
Yeah.
Freddie, he's a lucky man who's happy with his place in life.
Very true. Don't tell me you brought
It's like
her.
a secret garden.
He did.
It's like an underground world.
So she can't be attached to the father, because he would know where the place is, and they're clearly trying to find it.
Righteousness can help everyone feel so much better when it's all being outlawed by Babylon.
How many plants you got down here?
I mean, at what point is the government gonna get involved? Like, could they be government?
They could, I guess, but I feel like they'd be more interested in collecting the back taxes, to be honest.
Because who else would destroy the product?
What kind of work do you do then?
I'm a consultant. People bring me in when they've got a problem and I help them fix it.
You're so clever. Do you want to smoke a joint or something?
I don't smoke.
Your relationship's doomed.
Maybe I'll just have a cheeky little one. I'm sure there's one in the ashtray. Just give me 2 secs.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
Right
don't
back.
leave. Oh my god. Jimmy.
Would the world be a better place then if everyone smoked weed?
Not everyone. We need some people
Do you think
coherent.
she's planting something?
Maybe.
Like a What can destroy plants?
It's just
Can
one
it
of
look
12.
like insects, like something like
Each one as big as this?
This one's even bigger.
That's a pretty substantial network.
How fitting that you arrive at night.
Well, we thought you'd be keen to clean this mess up as soon as possible.
Quite right.
She's gonna stay in the room.
This is my associate, Susan
She's
Glass.
gonna kill him.
Maybe. She still hasn't said a word.
He's told me all about you.
Has he now?
Let me conclude this rather sordid little business then, so that we can start hashing out a deal.
It's all there. Photographs, files, documents, the lot.
You didn't look inside, did you, Betty?
No, I didn't.
You should have.
Yeah.
Now, I'm well aware you could have some additional backups.
This is the last you'll see of me. You have my word.
She's gonna kill him.
Your word's absolutely meaningless.
Yeah.
Frank, I think you understand the gravity of the situation. You're not to be heard from again. And if that's understood, the money is yours, as promised.
Yeah, what does she have in her hand?
And what was in that envelope is as compromising as it gets for you and your career.
I told you it wasn't about his dad.
I wasn't blackmailing his father.
Good call.
I was blackmailing that mad cunt.
You need to tell us what is going on right now.
Eddie, it's nothing. It's a little quirk. It's a hobby, right?
Yeah, it's... Does he, like, hunt people for sport? Because that's what he kind of looks like.
If full transparency will help grease
no.
the wheels of industry. Follow me.
Susie is very brave to go everywhere alone. I'd always have Muscle with me.
Take a closer look.
Stolen Nazi art? That's the only thing I can think of. I don't know why. Yeah. Yeah.
His use of light is second to none.
Stop.
God, he's a Nazi.
That's why they cast such a Aryan-looking dude.
He was a visionary.
These paintings are average at best. Anyone who thinks otherwise is deluded.
Wow.
I thought a man of your unique lineage might be able to appreciate the work of a true master.
Maybe you could show them the crown jewels.
Uh-oh.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah, she even looks like a Nazi now. It's his ball.
After an injury, that he lost a very particular part of his anatomy.
His testicle.
Came up for sale 5 years ago. I made sure nothing stood in my way.
Wow. Gross.
Adolf Hitler's nutball.
I've never heard it called a nutball. I did not expect
Fucking
to see that in this show.
Had he not lost his right testicle, balance between logic and creativity would have been held in check. He still remained a brand genius. Think of the theatre, the pageantry, the Hugo Boss uniforms, the aesthetic construction of the
Hugo Boss uniforms?
Yeah. It's amazing if you really look at the companies that were involved.
I am in possession of the genesis of Hitler's creative genius in his testy.
Susie, we're done here.
You know the prop department had fun. Wait, we have to make what?
I don't care about his ideological positions. I came here to explore a possible business venture.
This makes him easier to control.
This is what's called leverage, Eddie.
Stop.
We have a special rate for people like him.
Max! Can't let you do that, Frank.
Everyone just calm down.
Where did you...
I'm gonna be a fucking star!
Who's covered in blood now?
Yeah. They're both dead. So he's just got a knife in him?
We've got one body in the house that needs disposing of.
What happened, boss?
After a rather bizarre revelation,
nutball.
Negotiations took an unexpected turn. There were some minor disagreements.
Wow.
But Eddie here proved himself remarkably capable at arbitration.
Oh, fuck.
We managed to iron out terms that were
Oh, gross.
acceptable to all parties.
Oh, the dog.
What do you want us to do?
I press upon Lord Fuckhead the details of our contract. Unless you have any objections, Your Grace.
No, do your worst.
This would be the 10th Lord of Bassington.
Yeah.
It'll be all right.
Yeah.
Just get him to a doctor. But maybe take the Nazi dagger out of his chest before you send him there.
That
Wild.
poor dog just ate a ball.
Yeah. I was thinking the formaldehyde can't be good for it, but...
My drinking whiskey first thing in the morning.
Well, the less said about that, the better.
Whilst you've been gadding about, I have been finding solutions to our current predicament.
Yeah, she saved the day.
I found a new home for your marijuana plantation.
marijuana.
Mr. Rokes from next door. He is longing to talk to someone about a long-term lease.
You would not believe the things I've done in the last 48 hours, Mother. And you come along and fix it all with a glass of sherry.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I've got a lot of time for you, Mum. Takes good care of herself.
Back at the Chinese restaurant?
Yeah. I guess to give up the money.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate being shot at, Edward. I actually make a point of avoiding being shot at all times.
Yeah, you put yourself in a lot of dangerous positions.
You proved yourself useful in the end.
Oi, oi, lovebirds.
Don't mind me.
Oh, first time we're seeing him out at the gym.
With clothes on the upper body.
Yeah.
According to him, you had a spin on MasterChef over there and blew up a load of Nazis for fucking grenade. I take it all back. Suze, he's a proper G.
You're a fucking idiot, Jack.
Why does he have a state champ's jacket
I don't
on?
know. I was looking at
That's
that
not
too.
a thing in the UK, I thought.
Why don't we cheers to looking in the envelope?
It's looking in the envelope.
Whatever the fuck that means.
Wow.
No.
And we're back. We just finished episode 4 of season 1 of The Gentlemen. First thoughts.
We are halfway through. Still so many questions.
Neither one of us know where the show is going.
Yeah.
Which is weird because we are good at structure. We're good at figuring out when they're laying track and figuring out where they're going. But literally this show could go any number of ways in these last 4 episodes. And none of it would surprise me. I mean, we have Hitler's ball in this episode. I mean, we could literally see anything at this point.
I mean, the episode started with a man's balls and it ends with another man's ball.
Yep.
So.
Oh, that's a good point. That's good symmetry. I like it. I like
so
it.
we
I
did
didn't
see
think
we
of
know
that.
structure.
Yeah, yeah.
I do love the fact that the mom and Jeff figured out an alternate solution. In the meantime, he's once again having to blow stuff up, get shot at.
Yeah.
You know what I am kind of enjoying about this whole, when they go back and retell a story?
Yeah.
Like you skip it and we don't see what happened, but then they go back and tell it and it's just like really calm.
Yeah.
But like a lot of shit had happened. Oh, you know, we had a contract dispute.
Yeah.
Some of the terms, it was like.
Yeah.
So that is kind of entertaining versus just like chronologically going through everything.
Yeah, it's a good way from a production standpoint to save some money sometimes too, because you can shortcut a big action scene, like the big fight in the Chinese restaurant. Like
that is true.
We didn't even have to see it. We saw, I think,
We
one
just
punch,
saw 2.
and then the aftermath.
And then you see, the destruction. The wall was dented in. There was glass stuff everywhere.
We had a lot. Obviously, we saw the princess again and reconnect with that whole thing and the
Remind
Nazi.
us about the American.
Yep.
And the meth guy.
So that was good. Jimmy reconnected with, I forget what her name is, or what he thinks her name is, Gloria something, I don't know.
We'll just call her Angel.
Yeah, Angel. The Angel. But we don't know what her deal is, other than she seems to be working with 2 other people.
Right. I kind of think we've gotten so many different groups involved now. Maybe it's just too many, but having the government segue into here some way.
I didn't think of that until you said it, and
Yeah.
it makes sense because we do need some consequence besides the criminal consequences of it, especially because they're in high society, they're quote unquote, nobles. Like, yeah.
And they burned it. They burned it versus like trying to like, well, might as well sell it.
Yeah, and she clearly is trying to locate not just one grow house, but where they all are, because she found out that there's an even bigger one. So yeah, that would make sense.
Because we haven't really heard Susie talk about any other competition in weed. It's everybody is like
in their lane.
They're in their
right?
lane, is what she said. What Madam Chop Chop said. And so we haven't heard about competition. So that's why I was leaning more towards it being.
It could be, for sure. Yeah, we got a little bit more of Susie's brother, of the other Glass sibling. At least he was out of the gym at the end.
Yeah.
And he seems like he's about to become... Like, part of me was wondering if maybe he was involved somehow with the angel lady, but then he would know where everything is unless the sister's keeping him out of it. Like, maybe there's some sort of sibling rivalry, like Dad likes his sister.
You think he would turn on her?
I don't think so, because we haven't spent enough time with him, but, like, I'm trying to think, like...
Who's gonna turn?
Yeah.
Somebody's gotta turn at some point. I was okay. I needed a Freddy break.
Yeah, Freddy, but it was interesting. He just had that one scene and then the scene with Jeff, I guess, or so 2 scenes. But yeah, I'm curious. This could go any number of ways.
I think the other reason too why it a little bit harder, the fact that it's probably gonna be another season.
Yeah, and when they said they were gonna move it next door as like the new possibility, it made me think, I was like, oh, that's pretty easy to stay involved then. If it's right next door, and then you can still be the Kingpin with Susie and her dad.
I do find it interesting when, a little bit different from when you're doing streaming series versus network series. When you're doing a network series and it's just like releasing episodically, and you get that fan feedback pretty quickly, that sometimes it revives or lengthens the character and keeps them there longer.
100%.
That wasn't originally part of the plan. I see that happening less, obviously, in streamers, because they've already got the plan, they've already shot the whole thing. Oops, sorry, we already killed that person, or stuff like that. So that is one of the biggest differences between like doing streamers and doing series, to see what happens.
100%. 2 episodes in a row now we haven't seen the brothers, the religious whatever, their competition.
Yeah.
So like they have set or put a lot of pieces on the chessboard, and then they didn't check in with them, which is fine, but it's like
it's almost a little too much.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
I do feel like there could be like a penultimate episode or something where they're like all how many are we at? 5 now? Like everybody's got their corner of the
like a big Mexican standoff with all of them at the end.
Like everybody this way, that way.
The mom and Jeff love story seems like it's happening. Seems like they're setting that up. I still wonder if they've ever had a thing, because we don't know how long the father was infirm. Like,
man, he seemed a lot older than her.
Yeah, so like,
and she knew how he took his teeth.
Yeah, she walked all the way across the grounds to bring it to him.
No, in a very fancy cup. It
Yep.
wasn't even a travel mug.
Thank you all for watching. We have 4 episodes left. We're at the midway point. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. Give us some suggestions on what you want to watch, what we should wear for some of these things. I don't know, but we appreciate you guys greatly, and we can't do it without you.
Yeah, thanks for finding us.
Yeah, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Take care.